again, we get comfortable with ourselves. We don't do these little things that can really actually boost your mood. Good morning, guys. I'm so excited to talk about this. I want to just take a moment and talk about the idea of romanticizing your life, being the main character in your story, all that lovely stuff that all us beautiful human beings should be doing. But I'm gonna take it a little deeper, right? The idea of dating oneself. So I just want to put this out there really quick. I know there's many more videos on this, I'm sure of it, because YouTube. I've only seen one video about dating yourself. So these ideas I'm going to spell at you are wholly my own, maybe a few inspired by the one video I saw. But at least you know this is all my idea and what I took from the idea of dating myself. Now, humans, let's just talk about dating ourselves, right? It goes deeper than self-care night. It goes a lot deeper, I believe, right? And you can do this no matter if you're in a relationship, if you're not. Let me know down in the comments, but my thought is it's probably harder to date yourself if you're in a relationship because you get so used to that relationship that you kind of, I don't want to say lose yourself, that's not what I'm talking about. You just get so comfortable in that relationship, you kind of forget to feed into yourself just as much as you feed into the other person. Before we get into all the many different things you can do for yourself, I want to just talk about what I believe dating yourself is about and why you would do so. If you've ever been on a first date, what do, right? You're really interested in this person, or maybe you're not, I don't know. Either way, it's your first interaction with this person in maybe a romantic setting, or it's your first time meeting this person, or it could be many things. But first date is your first initial introduction into this person's life in a romantic way, right? You would not go on this date, hair messy, nails not done, clothes sloppy. You wouldn't do that unless you're really trying to deter them, right? But when we get comfortable with ourselves, unconsciously, sometimes that's what we do to ourselves. We wake up and we're kind of like, I'll wear whatever. I'll do this. Oh, my hair doesn't have to be done. Tangles, whatever, right? Now, I'm not gonna say this isn't okay to do. It's okay, because sometimes there's just moments where you can't bring yourself to be there all the time, 100% jewelry on, makeup on. I'm not saying do that every day. What I'm saying though, the same is true for the total opposite thing, where you go sloppy dress, face a mess, maybe you have old makeup from last night, your hair is crazy, right? You don't want to do that every day either, because you're consciously always seeing yourself like that, and you're putting yourself into that mood. So my take on dating yourself and my idea is it's not just, like I said, a spa day or a self-care day. It definitely is, but it's not all about that, right? What I take from dating myself is it just like it would be on a first date, where you get to learn about that person and you get to know the interests and their dislikes. It's the same for us, right? So that same interaction on the first date, you want to apply to yourself. That being said, how I see dating myself is being there mentally, physically, and emotionally for myself. So that means I'm going to try and hit all those categories, and while doing all those things, get to know myself better. As we grow up, we change. Of course, our dislikes, our likes change. But sometimes as we grow up, we don't consciously think about how we're changing, why we're changing, emotions we still feel from the past. There are some things that we take from our childhood all the way into our adult lives and don't even think about it. It's just unconsciously there. So this is really deep diving into myself and who I am and who I see myself as. Now, this is how I started the whole dating myself thing. You do not have to do it the same, right? The first thing I did is I allowed myself, had to sit down and say I'm allowing myself and sit with it. I'm allowing myself to do whatever it is I want, whatever it is. I'm a little bit of a type A person, right? So I have to have everything planned. And if I don't have it planned, my life's a mess. I go crazy. I go insane, literally, right? So the night before, I planned my date day. I knew what day I was gonna do it on. And I told myself the night before, I'm allowing myself anything I want to do. I'll make a loose plan because that's how I am. But if I do not listen to this plan, I am not immediately a failure. Second step, bomb morning routine. I had an amazing morning routine. Now, if you don't have one, that's fine. This is where you take the moment and time to make a good morning routine that gets you excited to get up. You don't want to start your day already in a slump, right? That ruins the rest of your day. Now, if this means you're waking up late, if that works for you, go for it. It's your date day. But have a good morning routine where you wake up, you're like, yes, I'm gonna go for a walk, or yes, I'm gonna wash my face and put on my self-care. Whatever that morning routine looks like for you, do it. If your date's coming over to your house, would you let them see your house in a complete mess and a complete wreck? No, but yet you live in that messy apartment. And of course, for most of us, that's gonna have a damaging effect every time you look at it. A lot of people say this, and I do think it's true, right? Your space reflects your mental. When the house is a mess, your brain is most likely scattered. Lately, the apartment hasn't been messy. Let me say it hasn't been messy. But inside the closets are disorganized. There's a little something in the corner, right? And again, because I'm type A, those things really bother me. I come home looking at that and just going, ugh. If you know you're like that, it's gonna keep bothering you, and it has been bothering me for a long time. So that's what I did. After my bomb morning routine, I was like, you know what? I'm cleaning all of this out. I'm cleaning it out, I'm organizing it so that way it stays organized and I can breathe. I can breathe, and I will no longer be bringing in negative energy because of what I'm seeing that's making me upset. Same idea. First date. You would not show up with dried makeup from last night, with tattered clothes. You would not show up having one earring in and one earring out. You wouldn't, you know what I mean? You would come presentable. In the same way, we want to dress up for ourselves. Again, we get comfortable with ourselves. We don't do these little things that can really actually boost your mood and your inside too, guys. The amazing thing about being inside, you don't have to worry about the weather, right? So if it's cold outside, you could still wear a dress inside. So if there's an outfit that you truly, truly love, you love it so much, and every time you wear it, you just feel so good about yourself, wear it today. Wear it today, look in that mirror and say, man, I am gorgeous, right? Wear that beautiful thing that you love to wear, or that sexy thing, or that handsome thing, whatever. Now, I have already gone through the physical aspects of things, right? Dressing up for myself, cleaning up my space so I feel good. Now I really wanted to hit the mental side of things, right? So mentally, I wanted to get closer to myself. I wanted to really get to know who I am, because the last time I truly felt like myself and like I knew everything that I liked was honestly when I was a teenager. I have definitely changed since then. So what I did, I went back to my journal and found a few prompts on Pinterest to get to know myself better. So here's just a few questions here are some of my favorite questions that I asked and then I answered to get to know myself on a deeper scale. This one's a huge one. Are you finding your dream job, or are you creating it? Another one that kind of made me a little emotional, because, you know, sometimes you can be a little bit hard on yourself and not realize your good attributes, and you're always focusing on your weak ones, right? So this one, why are you worth knowing? When have you felt proud of yourself? And then this is the last favorite of mine. What is your biggest fear and how can you face it, right? So I actually asked myself about 10 different questions, but those were just my favorite that I wanted to share with you. And from those questions, I really got to understand myself. I thought my biggest fear was not being able to get the dream job I wanted, right? And as I literally sat down and said, what is my biggest fear, right? I realized it was being alone. That fear has developed over the years, because that wasn't my original fear. When I was a teenager, it was, I'm not gonna get my dream job, I'm gonna have to work a 9 to 5, right? So this is what I mean, that we can unconsciously change and not even recognize our true feelings and our deepest. Now, contrary to belief, you can hang out with people on your date day, right? So I dedicated this whole date day to myself. And then randomly, my friend Talia asked me if I wanted to hang out with her in the city. And then I realized I really have been feeling kind of lonely, honestly. And I haven't been fulfilling myself socially with my friends. I've been kind of just like out in the distance in a little corner, right? So you can do that. If you are feeling a little lonely and you want to hang out with a friend, go. Getting to the last few points. It's nighttime. You know, we still gotta have some self-care in there. Well, this whole thing is self-care, but like our idea of a standard self-care, spa night. So, you know, I did my nails, face mask, hair mask, washed my hair, did all the good stuff. I shaved, right? So really treating myself, took a bath, great spa night. After that, had some cocoa and Netflix, you know, good old movie night. Now, to top all of that off from that night, I also wore something that I felt not only cute, but sexy in. Because I believe that what you wear, you can wear it for other people, but what you wear is truly and wholly for yourself. So just like earlier that day, we dressed up cute, we wore our favorite outfit because it's our favorite outfit and we feel good in it and we think we look beautiful, sexy, cunning in it, right? The same way we did that, we're gonna do that to sleep, because why not? I wanna go to bed feeling good and smelling good and head. So guys, that is my idea of romanticizing yourself, but giving yourself a whole day and a date day, right? That was this video. Thank you so much if you've gotten all the way to the end of this video. I hope you loved this video and give it a thumbs up. Sound like a real YouTuber now. Hit that bell. Be notified every time I post. I know I've been late many times, whatever. It's a thing now, you know it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys. Have a wonderful day.